Good Monday morning, meaties. Welcome to a weekly live stream of horror news and channel updates. Shout out to Macy for being the first in the chat. How's everyone doing this week? It's good to be back. It's good to be back. Whew, thank you for your patience. Thanks, Zoran, for taking over the live stream last week while we were out of town. We have been traveling a whole lot. And right now we are home for 3 weeks. And I'm so excited about it, man. Been super excited. Last weekend we were in the Boston area for Silver Scream Con 4, which was fantastic. And then we just got back from a short little trip that involved Vegas for Universal's Horror Unleashed, their year-round horror installation with haunts and mazes. And then a little quick jaunt over to St. George, Utah for the Horror Fest International Film Festival, where we got to meet Vanessa and Joseph Winter, who did To Hell and Back, the segment in VHS 99, and the very good Deadstream, The Winters Rule. They are the reason we went to this little film festival in Utah, just because we had the chance to meet them and do a little panel with them, and definitely worth it. They were fucking awesome. Love them. Can't wait to see their Amityville that they're working on now. Mug of the day. Grand Central Cafe. The restaurant that is in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre house where it was filmed. In Kingsland, Texas. They moved the house. You moved the house, but you kept the menus. I got a steak when we went there. It was alright. Maybe get something besides the steak. I got it for the bit, you know. Had to get some meat. I don't look super tired from all that traveling. Well, thanks, Drew. That's the first time someone has said I don't look tired in one of these streams. I appreciate that. No, I tried to go to bed early last night. Early for me, meaning 1 a.m. But that's early. Than normal. Thanks, Amazing Spider Dan. A horror long walk alongside the Horror Royal Rumble and Survivor. I don't know if that would work, because they're just fucking walking, you know? I don't know if that would work. It's a miracle they made the movie as good as they did with that premise of people just fucking walking, you know? Is the kitchen behind the sliding door? No, that was, you go through that to get to another seating area, which is what we did. Real good Texas Chainsaw Massacre maze at Horror Unleashed in Vegas. It was our favorite of the 4 mazes. It was really good. Thanks, Selena. Johnny probably would win the long walk, wouldn't he, Ruby? Probably, huh? Bro ain't ever gonna cover Imaginary. I don't know what happened to that. It got deleted, but I did do an interview with DeWanda Weiss about it. That's probably the extent that movie will get covered on the channel. Not really kill count material, and I don't think it made a big enough splash to cover in like a podcast or anything. So you can hear about it from the lead actor in an interview. Check that out. Oh, Michael deleted that message because he felt it was close to a request. That is our social media coordinator, Michael, who did a live stream with Zoran this past week playing Fort Fright stuff. I clicked around in that live stream. That looked kind of fun. We saw some Annabelle stuff in there. That's over on Dead Meat Presents, which we'd really like to rebrand as like gaming. I mean, that is what it is, but it's still called Dead Meat Presents right now, so I'd like to change the name to be more specifically video game oriented. Don't mean to be annoying, but is The Mummy still blocked because of copyright? It sure is, Brandon. It sure... Oh, Ben is telling me... James, no. Ben, what'd I do? I live in fear of... Ben is telling me don't soft roll out Dead Meat games. No, man, this is what you gotta do. in the modern day. It's the big 2-5, dude. You got to do these fucking slow rollouts. You got to fucking leave a little breadcrumb. Leave a little breadcrumb for someone to, you know. Imagine the fans like Molly, my dog, okay? And the fans are walking around the house, YouTube, sniffing with their little noses. They're looking for a tasty morsel to eat. Maybe Gressel dropped something on the ground. Gressel, of course, meaning Danny Gonzalez. Maybe he dropped something on the ground. It only happens once every few months, but maybe it happens. So you gotta sniff around for it, man. And then if you, oh, what's this little crumb? That wasn't bad. What was that? What was that? Oh, maybe it was a little taste of something called Dead Meat Games. And then the fans, Molly, get that taste in their heads, man. And then they're ready for it. They're ready for it later. That's how you gotta be. That's what you gotta be, dude. Let's get to the horror news. Here's a thing. Here's an Indiegogo for our writer, Tim. Tim Choi's been with us for 3 years. And he is trying to make a movie, a horror anthology, so he has a little Indiegogo. Check this out if you'd like. Michael, go ahead and shoot that link in there. Yep. It's a supernatural. He's trying to get funding for the first part of this anthology called Midnight Snack. I love this premise. A woman who checks herself into a sleep study after having a sleepwalking problem, and then she starts picking off the clinic staff while sleepwalking. Killer and final girl all in one. That's a great premise. That's a good idea. Thank you, Forget Fargo. And thank you, Regan Clark. You hear about the Scream 7 news, Kirby coming back. I did see that. It's not on our list. That's not one of our articles we're covering today. Honestly, I thought that was already announced. Is that new? Kirby being back? Is that new? I just figured that they had already announced that fucking everybody's back. So I was like, okay. Yeah, we'll see. Everyone's back. That's what Scream 7 is. Everyone except for, God forbid, you speak out about, but everyone else is back. They're back for Scream 7. Everyone, even the dead ones, they're all back. Insidious 6 has Brandon Perea set as the lead. Brandon Perea from Nope, who's also in the recent Big Bold Beautiful Journey, which I have not seen. 6, 7, come on, guys. 6, 7, that's gotta be one of the fucking dumbest fucking things. That's gotta be one of the fucking dumbest things, right? It's so dumb that I'm almost not mad at it, but I am, because it's so fucking dumb. That, you know what, that just, I'm sure we could come up with millennial examples of something that dumb. But man, 6, 7 just feels like real scraping the bottom of the barrel for something to latch onto and be like, oh yeah, this is a meme now. This is a thing now. It just seems like you guys are like, fucking, that's what you got? Yeah? Okay. Cool. Like, fuck, man. Say what you will about Badger, 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 but it's something. It's not two numbers next to each other and you think it's a fucking thing now. Just feels like you guys could do better with your memes than 6, 7. Oh, editor Josh coming in saying you gotta remember their brains are like barely formed yet. Josh, don't get us in trouble, man. People are gonna boycott videos edited by you. Thanks, Bennett. Appreciate it. At least "what's up" is a sentence. Anyway, what is this? Insidious? I'm sorry, I don't really follow the Insidious films or the Conjurings. It's just, those are just not my style of horror. And they are clearly so many people's style of horror because The Conjuring is a billion-dollar franchise and Insidious has made 740 million worldwide through its 5 films. And I'm happy for everyone who gets enjoyment out of those. I truly am. P-dubs, you know? Big fan of Patrick Wilson, but just not my style. Just not my style. The PG-13 or just kind of big budget mainstream supernatural style horror. It doesn't do anything for me. But happy for everyone involved. Hope they're successful. This is a weird one. Sleepaway Camp remake is being developed by AFA, which is Kenan Thompson's company. That's weird enough, right? To see Keenan's face next to the Sleepaway Camp poster. These are two things that 11-year-old me was well aware of, but would have never in a million years thought to juxtapose them like this. So that's weird enough, but then apparently the company has placed the original writer-director Robert Hiltzig back at the helm to direct from his own script. They bought the rights to this thing for a remake and said, hey, dude, who I don't think has made any other movie, you want to make the remake to your own movie now? Like, what year was that? 83? 40-something years ago? How old is Robert Hiltzig now? He did return to Sleepaway Camp? Okay, well, let's just keep saying that he didn't do anything else then. Robert Hiltzig. Oh, he's about my mom's age. So, okay. Yeah, he doesn't even have a filmography list on his Wikipedia. Yep, that's it. So very curious news story. Very curious news story. Thanks. Rico Near and Far. Rico Near and Far. Yeah, I already lay out my October schedule. No, that'll come later. Big Unk. Bro said Big Unk. Yeah, so we'll see if this fucking happens. Whenever a movie is this early in, not even development, announcement, I don't know. You never know if it'll go the distance and become an actual film that you can watch, but we'll see. I'm just imagining Kenan doing the face at the end of Sleepaway Camp. I kind of want to see him doing that face. I can picture it perfectly, you know? And then it's him doing the face, it's the freeze frame, the color change, and then because we'll have just gotten the reveal, you just hear, ooh-wee, what's up with that? What's up with that? Yep. Man, I got a new deodorant and it smells too fruity. It's like vanilla-y. I don't like that. It's too sweet. I don't want my pits to smell so sweet. I don't like that. Old Spice, you getting wild, dude. Grave Encounters reboot. My man smelling like cake. Grave Encounters reboot with Justin Long in it and producing with his real-life wife, Kate Bosworth. So Grave Encounters is a 2011 found footage film. It does have a cult following. It certainly does. By the time I saw Grave Encounters, I remember my impression being like, oh, this is one of those found footage movies where it's basically everything I've already seen in a found footage movie. But it's been a while since I've watched it, so I would always give it another viewing or reappraisal. It's been probably like about a decade since I've seen it, so Looks like the guys who originally wrote and directed the first film and wrote the sequel, Grave Encounters 2, are going to develop this new one. And we'll see how that works. Jamo says it's a perfectly serviceable film. Actually, no. I think I have watched it recently. Maybe for like a Patreon review. Let's see. Nope. Okay. I have not done a Patreon review. Graveyard Shift? That must have been a Patreon review, right? Patreon review. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the movie was about a like ghost hunting reality show, abandoned mental hospital. I think it's got like the House of Leaves kind of thing, where like the building's not acting like a building should. The layout keeps changing, stuff like that. What's and then one of the guys who did that. Oh, I didn't realize he directed Coyotes, which has Justin Long and Kate Bosworth in it. So I guess they are continuing their collaborative efforts. Janelle Monáe is going to be hosting AMC's Fearfest Spectacular. Over 650 hours of curated horror film series and more. That's so many hours. This will be on AMC Plus in October. And she has curated a list of her favorite horror films. Some good ones on here. Some classics. The Birds, Carrie, Child's Play. Leprechaun. Oh, fuck. Janelle, you get down with Leprechaun? Oh, now we got something to talk about, girl. Rule of Jenny Penn. I really want to see that. I've heard good things. I wonder which Speak No Evil. I'm assuming the original. Vertigo. Okay. I wouldn't even say that's genre, really, but sure, we'll throw it on there. It's Hitchcock. Janelle Monáe, big horror fan. Presenter at the Dead Meat Horror Awards last year. Thank you, Ms. Monáe. One of my favorite. Arch Android is one of the best albums ever made, I would say. In a top 100 sense, considering the near infinite number of albums that have been made in the history of music, I would put it within the top 100 or two, just because it's so good, which is a very high place to put it, to put any album. But it's fantastic. So what, this is on AMC Plus? To just see stuff that they're putting on here? Fearfest, yeah, okay. And then what, does she have like little hosted things? Is she in this trailer at all? Get out of here, ads. Alright, Fearfest, AMC Plus. I don't know how much we can say about it. Remind me when we get to the Dead Meat News to talk about something with a streaming service that we're doing. Is that the Stranger's Mask in the background? Oh, yeah, Pinup Girl. There she is. With the revenge earrings. What I think of WrestlePalooza? I don't watch anymore, man. I don't watch anymore, Cloudy. I read about it. I go on the Reddit afterward and read, because I love the wrestlers. I like to know what's going on with the stories, but I don't watch anymore. I stopped when they brought back Brock, and was shocked at all the additional free time I had now. Although, to be fair, most of the time I watched it was during working out. And my poor trainer, who had never watched wrestling outside of, when we were kids, a year ago or so, I was like, hey, I've got a lot of wrestling to catch up on. Can I put it on while we work out? And it became our thing. It was like, we put it on, and I would tell him about the wrestlers, and he ended up getting really into the stories. And then when Brock came back and I didn't feel comfortable watching anymore, just kind of the straw that broke the camel's back with that one. I told him, we're not going to be watching wrestling. And he misses it. He's so... My poor trainer is like, can you tell him to fire Brock so we can watch it again? I was like, I'm sorry, buddy. There's more than just that, but we put on AEW a little bit. So I think maybe he can start to get into that timeless Tony Storm. She's not toneless. Timeless Tony Storm has already captured him as she captures everyone. But AEW just has more, it's easier when the show is more focused on promos and story stuff to watch it while wrestling or while working out. AEW is more like work rate and matches, which is like cool, but it doesn't captivate you as much in like a casual viewing setting. But I still like AEW. I like all those people. I like most wrestlers as individuals, More wrestling, less dude wipe ads. God, the ads. Trick or Treat is returning to theaters in 4K, and when you see it, you'll get an intro from writer-director Mike Dougherty, and you'll get to see the original Sam animated short, which is really fun. I've not seen that. Season's Greetings from 1996. God, that's like around South Park's premiere. Was that South Park's premiere, or were they 95? I often wonder how much modern South Park fans know or have seen the old seasons. Because I probably watched like the first few seasons of South Park, every episode, and 97. And I often wonder how much modern South Park fans, how many of them have seen the movie. I saw the shit in theaters. I should not have been allowed to see that shit in theaters, but I was given no guidance growing up. Or no restrictions, really. I was like 8 years old seeing that shit in theaters, dude. That was how I learned what a clitoris was. Because the giant talking one in that movie. No, that movie's it's a masterpiece. It's fucking great. Probably shouldn't let an 8-year-old see it, though. The songs are incredible, Billy. It is a legit good musical. Anyway, Trick or Treat will be in theaters. Everyone loves Trick or Treat. Check it out if you can. Grab your tickets right here via Fathom's original site. It'll be on October 14th, October 16th. Get your tickets, folks. And if it does well, maybe that'll help convince whoever needs to be convinced to get another one. Because Mike wants to make Trick or Treat 2. Did I see the Chris Jericho wrestling horror movie Dark Match? We did. That's actually, is the website up to date? I should have known. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Dark Match. It's on the website, and you can see that we did a, well, okay, well, it's not linked, but we did do a commentary track to it. So that'll have to get linked. We did, in fact, cover that on our Patreon. There he is. The cast, though, doesn't have him listed. He should probably be a first name up there. Although Stephen Ogg, very good. This is good. Netflix is sending Frankenstein to IMAX for limited screenings. I will be making sure to catch that because I've been looking forward to this. I think it looks visually stunning already from the trailer that I saw. I won't be looking at any more trailers or anything, so I want to be surprised by what it is. But Guillermo del Toro has been wanting to make a Frankenstein movie for basically his whole fucking life. And now he has. It'll be on Netflix starting on November 7th, but us lucky folks who live where there are limited theatrical releases will be able to see it on the big screen. The big screen, apparently, on IMAX. So I'm just going to be waiting for those tickets to go on sale so that I can grab that. Excited about that. I know that Guillermo del Toro has said it's not a horror movie, I'm pretty sure. But it's Frankenstein, so we'll see. We'll see how much of a not horror movie it is. I feel like Beau is Afraid is like one of the movies that helps us determine whether or not it qualifies for awards, because we said Beau is Afraid did not qualify as a horror film that year for the awards. So will this Frankenstein be more or less horror than Beau is Afraid? Which we really enjoyed Beau is Afraid. Watching Guillermo del Toro on TV is absolutely not the same. Yep. I haven't seen Eddington yet. I really want to, though. What do we got here? Scorsese, however the fuck you want to say it, is adapting a horror novel, What Happens at Night, with Leonardo DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence. I don't know if Jennifer Lawrence has done a horror movie before. Leo is, of course, famous for Critters 3. Scorsese was originally just going to produce this film, but now he's directing a horror film, dude. Oh, Mother. You're right. Jennifer Lawrence was in Mother. Fantastic. Very, very disturbing film. Very unsettling. It absolutely counts in my book. Loved it. But yeah, Scorsese horror movie. Super pumped. It is an adaptation of a 2020 horror mystery novel written by Peter Cameron. I'll have to grab this and read it before this film comes out. Let's see. It's an Apple film. January 2026 start date is being eyed. Wonder if we'll get a theatrical for this. How does Apple? Does Apple do theatrical? Drawing comparisons to The Shining and Twin Peaks, it follows a married American couple who travel to a small, snowy European town to adopt a baby. They're like, all right, baby. Tell us beat by beat what are the big moments in your life. We'll determine if it works better as like a mini-series or maybe like a graphic novel. How often you poop your pants? That's mini-series. This description kind of makes me think of Cuckoo, but we'll see. There's a deserted hotel. There's an enigmatic cast of characters. Going to adapt my baby into an adult. That's exciting, a Scorsese horror film. A24 is releasing the X Trilogy on a collector's edition 4K Blu-ray set. I already pre-ordered it. It's on the store. I also went there and just went through all 7 pages of the store and got a bunch of stuff. Finally ordered the Talk to Me hand. So I'll get that and then a bunch of pins. But 4K, nice little, it looks like a nice collection here. High quality. Couple of great films in this collection. I would love to, this is the kind of thing you want to get signed. This is the kind of collector's box set you get and you want to get signed. At Silver Scream Con, I got anyone have that Hellraiser Scarlet box collection? I think it's beautiful. It's just the first 3 films, but I think it's a beautiful box set of those movies on Blu-ray with a bunch of special features. I took it with me to Silver Scream Con, and I got Ashley Lawrence and Doug Bradley to sign it, which was super cool. So it's like that. My Phantasm box set, I got all the Phantasm folks to sign that. Love that. Love that when you have a nice looking, beautiful box set, and then you can get some signatures on it. It's cool. But you can get this if you'd like. Couple more stories here. Paul Walter Hauser is joining Austin Abrams in the Resident Evil movie from Zach Cregger, which will not be based on the story from any of the Resident Evil games. Cregger has said it's an original story that takes place in the universe, so we'll see if fans get mad about that as much as they did about Until Dawn. Although I know there are differences, because Until Dawn, the movie, really changed kind of the premise of what was happening in the game, whereas this is more a new story taking place in that universe, which is also how they tried to market the Until Dawn movie, but whatever. I think Until Dawn is a little over-maligned. But we'll see about the Resident Evil movie with Stingray in it now. That's right, Max D. He's been real busy lately, actually, Paul Walter Hauser. He was great in Naked Gun. He has one of my favorite jokes when they're like, you can't fight City Hall, and he's like, yeah, it's a building. I feel like that one always gets a big laugh. And it's early enough, too, in the movie where it kind of, helps you settle in, and you're like, oh, that's what kind of movie this is? Cool. And Austin Abrams was in, actually, he was in Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, but he was in Weapons as James, the druggy guy. Very funny performance in that. So yeah, more news on the Resident Evil movies, which are also a billion-dollar franchise. Couple more stories here. The Drop team is reuniting for the Netflix thriller Blink of an Eye. This writing team, husband and wife writing team of Chris Roach and Gillian Jacobs, they wrote Drop. And they are having, it's based on a story by Christopher Landon, who directed Drop and is attached to direct this. And the producers are all coming back from Platinum Dunes. So I like Drop. I thought it was a nice modern day thriller, very red eye. Just a fun little movie that, you put on, you watch, you have a good time. And that's all that movie needs to be. So I thought it was great. I thought it was really good. I don't know if I'll say great, but it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun to watch, I think. And Megan Fahey is just phenomenal. And Brandon Sklenar was also very good. Pinocchio Unstrung from the Pooniverse. It's got, they roped in Robert Englund to voice Jiminy Cricket. And this is what he looks like, I guess. There's Jiminy Cricket. This is directed by Reese Brake Waterfield, who directed the Pooh movies. Oh yeah, Richard Brake is going to be Geppetto. Okay, all right. Again, the people who make these movies are very nice, and I love them. I love talking to them. They're nice British lads. And he said that, yeah, this is a much bigger budget than Winnie the Pooh 2, and they're going to lean in on the practical effects. He even said something about the title card being practical effects and the doll, so that could be cool. Yeah, a lot of people in the chat saying I like how practical this movie's looking. The practical stuff looks rad, so who knows, man? Listen, I've only seen, out of the Pooniverse movies, the 2 Winnie the Pooh movies, and there was marked improvement from the first to the second. If that improvement continues, then maybe these are actually going to be good, fun movies, despite the whole, perhaps you could say, cynicism at the root of adapting these public domain stories into horror films. They might, you know what? We've had worse. So, because yeah, I didn't see Bambi or Peter Pan. Ben said it can't be worse than the Disney live-action remake. That's our producer and brand manager, Ben Bellevue, without whom these live streams would not happen. The Disney live-action remake of Pinocchio? There's a Pinocchio? You're talking about Jonathan Taylor Thomas? You talking about JTT? What are you talking about? With Tom Hanks? What? Tom Hanks is Geppetto? Robert Zemeckis? Tom Hanks? Everyone said bad? Why don't... What? When the fuck did this happen? Joseph Gordon-Levitt is Jiminy Cricket? Why? Cynthia Erivo? What? The fuck is this? Oh man, the world we live in is it's so fun to discover things. Here is a movie that sounds like a lot of you are familiar with, and yet it's news to me. And it's only 3 years old. Now here's a bus advertising it. Look at that. Finally, Tim and Eric are writing a horror script. What? They said, we're writing a horror movie that's going to be much sicker than most people are going to want to watch. Yeah, Tim. Are you sure about that, man? Do you know horror fans? Do you know the kind of sick shit we watch? I was sad to see his quote that he said, I'm not a big horror fanatic, but when they're really well done and when they have a message or they have something to say, I always appreciate that. Well, most of them do, Tim. But I'm a big Tim and Eric fan. Chelsea is a huge Tim and Eric fan. They've got to be one of her biggest comedic influences. She is just... Yeah, if you asked me what sense of humor Chelsea has, they might be the first people I name as far as her sensibilities go. So we'll see. I sat next to that guy at dinner once. That guy? What are you talking about, Ben? One, which of these two are you referring to as that guy, which is... And two, what? The one on the right, Eric Wareheim? The one that was on Dropout? Eric Wareheim? Iconic absurdist comedian Eric Wareheim? And music video director? That guy. Chelsea is the funniest. It checks out, yeah. That's true. All right. That's the... Oh, yeah, and then we got some movies coming out. The Draft. It looks like an Indonesian horror comedy sci-fi about five teens in an old villa. Old well. Forbidden room. Whoever was typing this, they couldn't... They were like dying and they could only type out phrases instead of full sentences. Strangers Chapter 2 is coming out. Real curious about this one. And if it improves upon Chapter 1, which I will say, probably my least favorite horror movie that I saw that year. Was that last year? I don't even remember. Thanks, Lou King. Great name. We will not be at New York Comic Con in October. Yeah, I mean, it can't be worse than Chapter 1. It could be. Who knows? You've heard bad things about it? Oh, man. Deadpool saw Stranger Chapter 2 and said it's bad? Oh, no. Cody Leach said it's bad? Oh, no. Mousetrap came out the same year as Chapter 1? That's a tough one, honestly. Oof, that's a tough one. Mousetrap or Strangers Chapter 1? Those two are duking it out. Why didn't I go to Fantastic Fest? We were at Horror Fest International, a much smaller festival in Utah, because we had the opportunity to meet Joseph and Vanessa Winter. So we did that instead. I will definitely want to be at Fantastic Fest next year. I am experiencing a lot of FOMO, seeing all those pictures of cool people. But we did send one of our own to Fantastic Fest. Our producer MK is there right now, representing Dead Meat. So she's there scoping out the scene. We are actually producers on a short film that played there called Frankenbabes, done by Andrew Bowser, the man behind Onyx the Fortuitous. So we've got some representation there at least, and I hope next year to be there in person for sure. Other movies coming out, The Man in My Basement, that's got Willem Dafoe in it. He goes to Charles, not Barkley's basement. Charles Blakely is the character's name. Charles Barkley's basement. And then The Demon Detective. Demon Detective. He's a professional exorcist who takes on a new client. And he's got to be a detective about demons. Dead Meat stuff. Midweek for horror, I guess. Yeah, I mean, they can't all be winners. Is that the one I was talking about at the end of the Frankenhooker kill count? That's right, Matthew Glover. That is right. It's got friggin' Jimmy Simpson in it. Franken Babes from Beyond the Grave. So that's at Fantastic Fest. All right, Dead Meat News. Let's get into it. First up, biggest story, of course, being that the kill count on Friday was delayed. The Mummy, 1999. Patrons have seen it. Patrons are saying it's a great episode. I agree. It's a really good one. It's a 45-minute long kill count. It is a lot of fun, just like that movie. Fucking rules. It's just such a fantastic adventure flick. So, patrons have enjoyed it. And non-patrons will be able to, hopefully this week. Here's the thing. It's blocked with a copyright claim from Universal, which is its own pain. It also got age restricted by YouTube. The Mummy is a PG-13 rated movie from 1999, and our kill count on it is currently age restricted. Thank you, YouTube, for that. Here's the more fun part. We have an idea of what needs to be blurred to get the age restriction removed, and yet we cannot use YouTube's on-platform editor to blur them to try to get the age restriction removed, because apparently you can't use the blurring tool if there is a copyright claim on the video. So we can't get the age restriction removed until after the claim is lifted, at which point we will be able to blur, I don't know, the guy with the missing eyes, I guess, from the PG-13 fucking movie, and then try to get the restriction removed. So right now it's hit with the claim and the restriction. It's our two favorite fucking avenues. That's what we're doing. Our two favorite things to deal with when it comes to our show and our channel. Got them both for this one, so hopefully we can get those taken care of and have it out for you sometime this week. My guess is we would just wait until Friday to put it out, since people expect kill counts on Fridays. Oh, it's so dumb, guys. We just want to make a good show. And this is what we have to spend our time doing. Super cool. After that, should be Final Destination Bloodlines, the episode everyone keeps asking about. Everyone keeps asking when that is. It is October 3rd. Yeah, we'll see. Thankfully, that's not Universal. No more Universal ones for the rest of the fucking month, right? I don't think so. Fucking. Hey, Dead Meat, you want to come to Horror Unleashed and check that out? Oh, you want to do the red carpet at Halloween Horror Nights? Great. Have fun. Also, fuck your video. With Final Destination Bloodlines, man, I'm having such a internal conflict. Because it could end up being our biggest video of the year, right? Final Destination, huge horror series, obviously. Bloodlines was amazing, came back with a bang. The original kill count series on Final Destination was the most popular kill count series ever, I would say. It was like peak Dead Meat in terms of views. And so there's obviously, we want to make the ad revenue from that episode. But the gore and the kills in Final Destination are one, so fundamental to the film, and two, just so fun and impressive that, like, I fucking hate blurring it. I hate it so much. I want people to be able to enjoy it. So I don't know what to do. I think it'd be financially irresponsible to just, like, release it uncensored and have it age restricted and have it, like, hammered by the algorithm. The other side of the coin is, like, it feels wrong to blur all that when it's such a fundamental part of the movies and, like, what draws people to it. Just sucks. It fucking sucks. So I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know. And I can't just offer up the uncensored one for free right away, because like if I start that video and I'm like, hey, here's the video that we've monetized with blurring, but you can see it uncensored here, everyone will click that, it'll go away, YouTube will think that people don't want to watch the kill count that they clicked away from, they'll not push it out. It's such fucking stupid shit, man. You agree with Matt? What did Matt say? Blur it. You already had the Patreon fee. Yeah, you know, I mean if we can blur the Terrifiers. Yeah. I know. Fucking this sucks. After Final Destination Bloodlines on Sunday, October 5th, will be the next video game kill count with Happy Hills Homicide. Very fun little game that Zoran has covered. On Friday, October 10th, will be Sinners, which I've been spending my time with, getting that episode ready and just underlining how phenomenal that fucking movie is. So good. It's just one of those, like, Nope, where I can just watch over and over and over again. Partially thanks to the music in both those films. The music does so much for me that I just like a benefit of watching the movie is hearing the music. So that makes it really enjoyable. And after Sinners will be our 500th kill count episode, which is a kill count on the kill count. That'll be Sunday, October 12th. All these dates are subject to change depending on what roadblocks and issues we run into, but hopefully we're having a good time. Then we get to Stranger Things 4. We are also a little confused about what to do with this one, guys. It's so much that we are considering breaking it up into 3 videos instead of just 2. It cannot be 1 video. That would be like a 2-hour, 3-hour video. So we had planned for it to be 2 parts, and now we're considering 3, which I just feel is risky because that's taking up 3 release spots in October. And if you're not a Stranger Things fan, that's got to be disappointing that 3 releases on the channel are for this thing that, like, is this TV series. It's not like super horror, although season 4 is definitely horror. Absolutely it is. Thank you, Luke King. I just feel bad for people who don't watch Stranger Things, and it's October on Dead Meat when you're like, what do we got for all these movies that we're going to check out? And then 3 of the releases are the show that you don't watch, you know? It can't be 1 video. It can't be 1 video. We don't want to do October, November, December because we want to... Well, when's the new season come out? Because I definitely want it all out before the new season happens. Oh, November, late November? November 26th? Maybe the 3rd video can come out in November. I don't know. Do a cult classic in October and push Stranger Things to November. I mean, I wrote a script for Intruder, but I don't know if that's cult classic-y enough. I don't know, man. Intruder from the 80s, the Scott Spiegel movie. Box compactor kill, the head through the saw kill. It's amazing. That one I would release unblurred, just because it's not like I don't think Intruders is gonna be or Intruder is going to be a big line item of income for Dead Meat. So that one, I'll just be like, enjoy these kills. They're great. The problem is if we put in a different movie into our October lineup, we're just about at the limit of what it could be. Because work should have already started on it. So. Thanks, Zendo. Yeah, we plan to do the other 2 Chucky seasons eventually, but these TV shows are rough. I mean, honestly, it's good that we did Stranger Things 4 before Chucky, because then Chucky will seem like a breeze, I think, comparatively. Just because there's so much runtime to Stranger Things 4. Why do I look so sad today? I wasn't earlier, and then we started talking about scheduling, and I'm just like, oh no. Is October going to be good for us still when we have, like, I'm worried about the blurring situation for Final Destination. I'm worried about how to break out Stranger Things into the proper amount of episodes. I don't want October to flop. It's our big year. It's our big time of year, you know? Last year we had an incredible October with the VHS series. I just hope it's good. I don't want to let people down. The Quarry will be in there. The video game The Quarry. Zoran's doing that. Thank you, Augie, and thank you, Braham. Yeah, the VHS series was a year ago, right? Oh, wow, wowie. I'm glad you enjoyed Long Walk. You blurred most of the Final Destination movies, Nikki Gray. Yeah, but we would have to blur more nowadays, dude. Because that shit came out when? 2019? Were the original Final Destination kill counts? YouTube has gotten so much stricter in the 6 years since, man. It'd be a lot more blurs. No Night of the Demons. Night of the Demons is one we could fucking slot in there, probably. Ben's probably like, no, we fucking can't. But I can knock that script out in a night for sure. Night of the Demons is more cult classic-y than Intruder, right? And it takes place on Halloween, too. Thanks, Cindy. I didn't have any issues with TSA. Thank you. Is there a case because of how strict YouTube is that you would consider moving to another site? That's not really an option for us, Zach. People are always talking about alternatives to YouTube. They don't exist. No other site has the infrastructure, the ability to handle the bandwidth, the monetization elements that YouTube has. It's just not, it's not feasible. It's not a real thing. Thanks to Luke King again. We have considered a film festival, but there's all sorts of things we've considered that we don't have the time to do. Thank you, Max D. Appreciate that. Anything else from Dead Meat News? Oh yeah, podcast. We got a podcast on Wednesday. It'll be our lightning round episode talking about all sorts of movies that we saw but couldn't talk about because we were too busy with Hot Sauce Summer. So I don't have a list right now, but off the top of my head, movies that we can mention are I Know What You Did Last Summer, Together, Bring Her Back, 28 Years Later, Bone Lake. Or wait, that's not out yet, is it? Probably can't. Oh yeah, thank you, Michael. Thank you, Zachary, as well. Any other movies? I mean, I'll get a list. Him, we can talk about Him. Toxic Avenger, yep. Haven't seen Shelby Oak. There will be 9 kill counts in October, is the question. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 9 planned, yes. We have not disclosed the last 2, assuming that one of those last 2 aren't a third Stranger Things episode. What about the rest of October? Feels like it hasn't been fully revealed. Yeah, we have not revealed two of the episodes. Oh, is the podcast officially weekly now? No, it's bi-weekly. It wasn't on last week. It's back to being every other week. Yes, I don't know how much we can talk about this thing that we did, but we filmed a cool project. I feel like they wouldn't mind us starting to, drop those little crumbs out, right? For the thing. I mean, it's coming out in October. It's coming out in like a month. So I feel like I can start to mention it. Wouldn't be bad, right? We'll have like a much bigger like social post announcement, but I don't know what contract we signed. I just can't imagine part of the contract being don't talk about this thing, don't advertise it until a certain day. That'd be insane. Right? They want people to watch it. We partnered with We Can Keep Secrets. No, you fucking can't, Natalie. This is a public live stream with 1,000 people in it. I don't trust that. I don't think it has to be a secret, though. Next month, we'll be part of a streaming service. Yeah, I feel like we can fucking... we filmed it. It's obvious. It's happening. It's good. I watched the cuts of it. They're good. I think they're really good, actually. Not Shudder. No, it's with Lionsgate and their streaming service, Moviesphere Plus, which I know you probably you're not familiar with, but you can get. Watching James trying to figure out if he's breaking an NDA. There wasn't an NDA, so yeah. So Moviesphere Plus, you may not be familiar with it, but you can get a free 7-day trial when you sign up to watch a thing that we're doing in late October, where Chelsea and I filmed a bunch of double feature like commentary things. They're not commentary, but it's basically us introducing two films that you can watch together, and one of them will be a movie that you've probably heard of. It'll be a more well-known horror movie. And then the second one will be the B film. It is a deeper cut, like Lionsgate, more homespun movie, more lower budget, more unknown. But Chelsea and I went through this library and we paired them together. We chose the movies for this thing, and then it's us talking about both movies. It's a little Joe Bob style, Augie. It is a little bit Joe Bob Briggs. It's not as long. They're like 10-minute things with me and Chelsea, but I had a really good time doing it. The set design is really cool. That was from producer MK, of course, putting together sick shit like she always does. And it's me and Chelsea talking about these movies and having a good time. So we'll announce more as the time gets closer. I think it'll premiere October 24th, so right the end of the month, and it'll be like a daily thing. But I had a really good time filming it, and I've watched the cuts, and I think they're really good. So I hope that people get to check it out. That's what I wanted to mention earlier. Anything else, Dead Meat-wise, or are we good? I'll check out these two trailers that we got. What did I eat at Cracker Barrel? Dude, I'm still fucking thinking about it, man. It was the shepherd's pie, like hash brown shepherd's pie. Oh, my God. It was so good. And then I didn't finish it, so I took the rest of it back to the hotel. And I woke up at like 2 in the morning, and I opened the mini fridge, and I took it out. And as soon as I took it out of the mini fridge, the smell was so pungent that it woke Chelsea up. The smell woke Chelsea up, and she was like, "Are you having some of that shepherd's pie? Can I have some?" It's like, yeah, yes, hon, I'll share my shepherd's pie with you, even though I wanted it. But there was enough to where we both had some and we're satisfied. Oh, God, it was so fucking good. I don't want to know how it was made because I feel like it was probably just butter. It's all the butter. Oh, it was so fucking good, though. I posted about a kill count for November. What? We don't have Cracker Barrels near us, dude. There are none of them in the area. So, when we saw it, it was like right across the street from our hotel in Utah. We were like going there. The poll, okay. Yeah, we did a poll. The monkey fucking cleaned up. The monkey destroyed all the other options. So I guess you're getting the monkey. It's so funny to me that people are like, the monkey, obviously, it has the best kills. So it'd be the best thing for the kill guy. I'm like, dude, we're going to have to fucking blur most of them. It's funny to me that people still pick based on kills when, to me, that is the least interesting part of the show now. But whatever. I mean, if that's what brings people in, sure, we'll do the monkey. I also saw comments being like, I don't know what this movie is, but the name The Monkey made me vote for it. I saw a lot of comments, a few comments, of people being like, I've never heard of any of these. And I was like, well then, are you... So you don't watch horror movies? Okay, alright, that's fine, I guess. Companion, Until Dawn, Clown in a Cornfield, The Monkey. But yeah, The Monkey definitely kicked the pants off all the other ones. That's democracy. Monkey is a funny title. I'll vote for that. I don't like pancakes, Hooper. It's just bread, just soft bread. I don't like a food where it needs a syrup or sauce to taste good. Like, would you imagine eating a pancake or a waffle without syrup? That sounds miserable. Who's gonna tell James that pancakes aren't soft? What kind of pancakes are you eating, dude? You eating hard pancakes, dude? Dog, you eating hard pancakes? That's fucking... That's sadder. That's sadder than a pancake without syrup. What? A little frisbee pancake? Thanks, Augie. Bro be eating hard pancakes. Fucking crunchy pancakes, dude. I hate seasoning. Seasoning on... What kind of... Ben, what kind of seasoning are you making your pancakes with? You got some oregano on there? Sugar? I don't think of sugar as a seasoning. Cinnamon, I guess, is technically a seasoning. It still doesn't feel... I don't like chicken because I have to marinate it for... But that's different. No, marinated chicken is different. And you can have it nice and... No, I think it's different. I'm going to say marinated thing is different than syrup. That's what I'm going to say. Paprika Frisbees. Yeah, no, that is seasoning. See, a marination, I feel, is, which I don't even know is a word. It feels more like a seasoning, whereas a syrup is more like a sauce. So, I think that's different. That's the difference. I wouldn't say marinating is a sauce. A marinade is more like a seasoning. A syrup is a condiment. That's right, Michael. And you can have a marinated chicken with no condiment and have it be really good. I can't imagine a pancake without syrup. Get Gressel on the line. Hey! Alright, let's watch this trailer because I'm really hungry. We're talking about all this food and I would like to go eat something before my workout. So, Anaconda. Let's see what this is. I have not watched this trailer.
And 5, 4, 3, 2. You don't say the last. It's okay. Anaconda.
Wow, I was literally going to make an anaconda. You don't want none unless you got buns. And then the trailer starts and you hear that in the background. Thanks, Vicky screams. What meat was in the pie? It wasn't lamb. Okay, so it was cottage pie. They called it shepherd's pie, but you know us Americans.
I don't want to wait, man.
Doug, what are you talking about?
Let's do it. Let's read.
The edit of that. Doug, what are you talking about? I love it. Ha! They just went somewhere else in the movie for that Doug. They're like, fuck, we're making a trailer. We got to say his name. You find, does he say Doug anywhere? Okay, there. All right. Does it sound okay? Sounds good enough. People won't notice. He's off screen.
I don't want to wait, man.
Doug, what are you talking about?
Let's do it.
Doug, what are you talking about?
Let's reboot Anaconda.
Yes.
Wait.
What?
This is gonna be the adventure of a lifetime. We've dreamed of making this movie ever since we were kids.
What does it cost to get this thing made?
$2.5 million.
We've approved a loan for up to $9,400.
Yes.
We're gonna shoot it indie style. Run and gun.
We need a riverboat, a script, a snake handler, and a real snake.
Claire, you and I will star in it.
I love you, Derek.
Kenny, you shoot it.
Here we go.
Doug, you direct.
Action! Put your face right up next to the snake.
I'm sorry, Ben said, I don't understand why James likes shepherd's pie when it requires all that stew to be good. Are you seriously comparing the internal ingredients of a shepherd's pie to a sauce that you have to buy and pour onto the finished product? That's insane, Ben. That's insane. They're not the same at all. Those are entirely different. What? 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 You're going to hear about this in the meeting. You're distracting me from the Anaconda trailer. Come on.
Claire, you and I will star in it.
I love you, Derek.
Kenny, you shoot it.
Here we go.
Doug, you direct.
Action! Put your face right up next to the snake.
They kill Snake.
It'll be okay.
Coding.
They kill Snake?
This is Anaconda. And we no longer have a snake for our snake movie.
They kill Snake.
We have to go out in the jungle and find another one.
What is that?
Oh my.
Ben, please use nachos in your argument. Please use nachos. Please use nachos, because I will sit there and I will eat tortilla chips. Plain. I don't give a fuck. They taste that good. I love chips. I love them. Nachos, obviously superior. Salsa, yes, I would prefer it. But if I can't have those things, I will eat the fucking tortilla chips just on their own, man. They're nice and delicious. They're nice and salty. Pancake? Get the fuck out of here.
We're in the middle of the jungle and we are being hunted. Now we die. It's okay, you're safe, I'm here. Holy shit.
Is that a real kill? No way.
Keep rolling.
He's dead.
Oh, no. What are we going to do?
What if we use Doug as bait to get back to the boat?
That's a really smart idea. Doug would have wanted this.
I'm not sure he would have wanted this.
Oh, look at the snake.
He's alive.
I think he took his balls. He did. Doug! He's right behind you. What the hell is on my back? It's a long story. Run!
I'm still like, they say that they wanted to make this movie since they were kids, but they wouldn't have been kids when the first movie came out. So I'm just like, are they just ignoring that? I don't know. Okay, sure, yeah. It could be fun. The cast is great. Love Steve Zahn. All right. And then I've never hated a trailer more in my life, says Phyrexian Meat Dog. Thanks, Jesse G from South Africa. That's cool. Nice. Yeah, Paul Rudd, obviously great. Jack Black, obviously great. So, yeah, I will probably, you know, it seems like a good plane movie, honestly. Stuck on a plane for a few hours, and all right, I guess I'll check out that new Anaconda. All right, and Deathgasm 2, Gormageddon.
Fuck yes. Now that's a record, man. It's music.
Black him is absolute power.
We should learn this. Turn it into a Deathgasm song.
Brotherhood of Steel? Brotherhood of Steel?
Dude, why are you naked?
Look, if you can't keep a job, you have to cut your welfare payments.
Whoa, that's pretty harsh.
Didn't know you were home.
I'm home.
You seen my t-shirt anywhere, bro?
Any shirt but that.
This is Medina's old shirt, isn't it?
You expected me to stick around forever listening to you mope about losing Zach.
Are you an unemployed, friendless loser who dreams of being a star?
No, I got a dog.
Oh,
spells.
dog,
Bringing the dead back to life.
Last time we played those pages, we almost destroyed the world.
I just want it to be like it was in the old times. You know, back when things were like brutal as fuck.
This getting so old, bro.
Oh, hey.
It's the guts. After they ate the guts, they got smarter.
Look what happens when they need to eat again, brother.
Zach, what are you doing?
Hanging out, eating guts and shit. Oh. Hit the good ladies.
This is our shot.
Oh, I saw the
To show the
dildo in
world
the art.
we're not losers.
Just like the old times.
Looks like
Brotherhood of
Deathgasm.
Steel?
Ooh.
I don't remember the first movie well enough to be like, oh, they're bringing this back, or like know all the references and stuff. But it tonally, it seems very similar to the first film. So if you hit wobbly sausage, one of the best videos. I feel like if you enjoy the first movie, this has probably got what you're looking for. So is the first one worth a watch, my rocker dad? That question, 95% of the time, my answer will be it is worth watching to see if you like it. There are very few movies where I'm like, and no, it's not even worth checking out. So, yes, it is worth checking out and seeing if you enjoy it. Yeah, Paul Rudd was 28 when Anaconda came out. Thank you, Vicky. All right, I seriously need to eat something. I got my workout in 14 minutes, and then we will see you around the next one. Thanks, everybody. Oh, are we getting the Supercuts for Years 8 soon? One day that'll happen. One day it'll happen. All right, thanks, everyone, for hanging out. Really appreciate it. Hey, 21A, this week, hopefully, for the Mummy kill count. Sorry about that. Not really our choice, but, you know. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you next week, and I'm going to go eat a crunchy... What was it? What was the seasoning we said? Cumin? No, it was something else. That's fine. I'll switch it up. I'll make the recipe my own. I'm going to go have a crunchy cumin pancake with no syrup, because that's the best way to make them. Bye.